Ross Ulbricht. Tell us about your position on Ross Ulbricht.
Yeah, so look, I've studied up on his case. I think I met his mother twice, actually. The first time I met his mother was months ago. She actually invigorated my interest in getting into the details on this. He's a guy who has served, or will have served, certainly by October of this year, over 10 years in prison. I think it is an unfair standard that we use for him for running a platform when much of Silicon Valley, Snapchat, let's just take that as an example, much of the fentanyl that youth access across this country come from actually fentanyl poisoning through Percocet and other drugs that are illegally sold via Snapchat, the platform. That doesn't mean that Evan Spiegel or somebody else who's the executive at Snapchat is a drug dealer, but it does mean that the platform that's being used is something that we have to examine as a society for how we're looking at how kids, in this case, are purchasing drugs or fentanyl. Well, I think that Ross Ulbricht, I think there was a lot in that case that smelled rotten to me, including the initial supposed allegations of murder for hire, but which the government didn't actually charge in the end. I think it reeks of a certain kind of selective prosecution, which is the number one thing that I care about restoring justice around here. Is I do not believe in selective prosecution for certain classes over others while leaving others protected. The guy has served 10 years. No doubt if he had done a plea deal, and there have been conflicting media reports on this as to whether or not he was offered one, 10 years would have been about what he would have served. I think that that's sufficient for applying a dual standard of justice. No, I think that he also deserves a commutation of sentence. In that case, it wouldn't be a pardon, but it would be commuting his sentence.